Hey everyone, this is Mead and welcome back to my channel. We've got more on relaxation for this video, and this time what we're going to talk about is the tools that you can use to both do a preparatory sketch and a finished drawing while maintaining relaxation within your hands. So we're going to go over 3 different potential ways to do it. There's lots more than this. There's plenty of processes that you can use, and these go over some of the most common. Of course, we're going to use pencil as our first line. We're also going to use cool gray marker, which you may have not used before, and we're going to use contrasting colors of ink so that you can do one color as the final and one color as the prep. Typically, what I do is use black as the final, and then I'll use blue or red as a prep. And I'm just going to go through a couple of drawings and show you how it works.
Now for this drawing, of course, we've got just a simple mechanical pencil, and we're going on top of that with the Pentel Tradio Stylo. It's a really cool pen because it's kind of a felt tip pen, but it has a really sharp point, but it's also a flexible point, so if you push harder, it creates a wider line, and you can also tilt it a little bit to create a wider line. So I use it all the time. It's kind of my go-to. I don't always use pencil. Though for limited purposes I do. And I include that here because if you go very lightly and softly with a pencil, it creates a really nice way to begin, and it's very accessible. Almost everybody has pencils laying around, and it's something you can get into really easily. And if you draw softly with the pencil, you don't have to erase. It's not necessarily required. The cool gray marker, what I have here is a Copic C1 marker, or 10% cool gray. And essentially what happens is this does what a pencil does, except it's a marker, and it kind of sticks where it is. So it doesn't really move. And then I like it because it has this like really bold line, and then it just kind of disappears. It doesn't show up very much in photographs of work either, so it's kind of nice. And then I'm going on top of it with the Pentel Pocket Brush Pen, and when these things are full, they create really bold lines, and you can, push down very lightly and create a really wide line. So if you're doing something like this, where you want to have like full ink blackout comic book style Mike Mignola stuff, then this is kind of the way to go. This is one of the tools that's pretty much the industry standard in the comic book industry. And what's nice about this pen too is that it's refillable and you can get cartridges for them. The other way that I like to go about this is to use the contrasting color. So here I've got one of the Safari fountain pens filled with red ink, and I like the red-black contrast a fair amount. And I also use blue ink for this. Some people use ballpoint pen, but I prefer not to use ballpoint pens. I just don't like the way they feel, and I don't like that the ink degrades so quickly. So you make the sketch in the color, and then you go switch to either another color or black. Usually I use black most of the time, and I go from there. And here I'm going to mix in the Tradio pen and the brush pen as well for the finishing kind of blackout. And basically this allows you several sketch methods rather than using one material to just sketch and do your final. This allows you to do a prep sketch and the final in 2 different materials so that you can go in, find your initial shapes, and then adjust them if needed. Even though I've been drawing for many, many years and focusing really hard on drawing for the past 3 years, 4 years, I still make changes when I go to this final line layout. So I think it's okay to start with these processes like this, and I would encourage it actually. It's quite nice to get your sketch layer down and have the confidence that when you go in with your final inking layer that it's in the correct spot and in a spot that you're happy with.
Thanks for making it all the way to the end of this video. Please subscribe to the channel if you enjoy it. If you have questions, let me know. If you want to show me your work, please link that down in the comments and I'll take a look at it for sure. I like seeing what everybody makes. I'm interested in what your thoughts are and what your questions are. I've been a teacher for more than a decade, not because I want to be a teacher, but because people need and want help, and that's what I'm here to do. I'm here for you. Thanks a lot. Take care.